How's it going, YouTube? Ice Cold on the track here, and this is going to be a simple tutorial on how to make a simple HTML CSS website. Now, this is just the basics. I'll be having more tutorials come. So, I've already started this website so far. Only thing I've done was add a header, a nav, and a container with nothing in it yet. If you're using Dreamweaver, these will already be set for you. But if you're not, you can go ahead and type those in. If you want, you can copy it straight from mine. A lot of people who use Dreamweaver like to use, I kind of call it the shortcut box, where basically it writes the code for you in CSS, but I don't like to do that. I like to hand code it. It also helps you remember the codes better. So we're not going to be using that today. Alright, so right now we're just going to do the code for the header. I want it to be like maybe a reddish color, so I like to go back and forth to Photoshop to pick my colors. It just has a great color picker. You know, the easier way to tab between the programs is if you're on a Mac, Command Tab, and of course if you're on a PC, all you have to do is click the bottom, but it's way easier to do it on there. I also think it's Shift Tab on the Mac, on the PC. I'm not sure, but back to the code. Okay, so want to do background color, pound sign, copy that in that, and let's see. I'm gonna see how it looks. I need to first apply a width. I want my header to go all the way across my my page, so I'm gonna do a width of 100%. And then I'm going to do maybe a height of 200 pixels. Now let's see how that looks. There we go. But that's a huge header, so we're going to make that a little smaller. Let's try 100. Alright, I like that. Now, of course, this is just a basic tutorial. I don't have a logo to put right here, so it's just going to be blank for right now. Maybe if I type something there. That'll work. Let's try P tag. And if you don't know, P tag is for paragraph. Okay, so you're going to type my tutorial website. Alright. See how that looks. Okay, now we're getting this huge thing at the top here. Space. So I'm thinking what we might have to do is add a negative margin top. So margin top. Let's try negative 10 pixels. See if that fixes our problem. Okay, it did. It did. So we need just a little more. Let's try 5 more. There we go. Perfect. All right. Now we're gonna fix our header P tag. So what we're going to do is P bracket. Let's try padding. No, let's try margin top 15 pixels. Let's try margin left 35 pixels. Let's just see what happens. Okay, it did not move. Oh, forgot to end it. Make sure you end it. It still didn't change. Oh, you have to do a compound. So header P. Then it should work. Or not. Sometimes you run into these problems and you gotta figure out how to fix them. So I guess this is good. Maybe let's try padding. Padding top 50 pixels. Let's just see if that. Okay, I guess we are gonna have to use padding instead of margin on this one. Okay, but I think that's a little too much padding. I'm gonna try 40. See if that gets us to about the center. Yeah. Then we're gonna do padding left about 50 pixels. Oops, 50 pixels. Let's try 100. I want it a little bit to the. I want it still to the left, but not so close to the left. All right, so I'm liking that. Now let's change font size to, let's try 24 pixels. Alrighty, and then let's change the color. So color, and let's make it. What do you guys say? White. And I'm gonna end that. All right, now say I wanted to make it so that this text was a clickable link. That way, if this is on our website and people wanted to figure out how to get home and there technically was no home button, we could just click this and it brings back home. So we're going to go ahead and do that. We're going to make this into a website. Now, the easy way you could do it, you can go up here to Window, Properties, and you can type a link up here. But I like to do it manually like so. So we're going to do it a hyper href equal to, and since it's a dummy link, we're going to put a pound sign, and then I'm pretty sure it's alt, not alt, and then a. Okay, so that should work unless I messed up. Yes, I did. Okay, now it's a link, but now you see it's an ugly blue link and it's just terrible. Okay, so we're gonna do text decoration none, and that's gonna get rid of our blue underline. Oh wait, it should. Oh, I forgot. Need to make another CSS rule, but this time it's gonna be header PA, and this is gonna get rid of it. Text decoration none. Gonna end that, and it should get rid of our blue line. Yes, it did. And basically, this color that we put on the P tag is now null and void. So we can go ahead, delete that. Make sure you copied it, paste it into there, and now it's gonna be white and it's a clickable link. As you see when you hover over it, the mouse changes. So that's a pretty cool little thing that you could do for your site. And all right, next thing we're gonna do, gonna press save all, just so we don't lose any work. Also, before you start this, I forgot to mention actually, make sure to create a root folder. I created a root folder called tutorial where I'm saving my index and my style sheet. And things will not work correctly if you're not using a root folder. So make sure you've created a root folder before you go anywhere else. Okay. Next we got our nav here. So nav you can do multiple ways. I learned another way the other day where you can create a div, call it nav, and then another div, nav wrapper, and make lists inside of there where you can make expanding lists and lists inside of lists. But today we're just going to do the simple version. So what you're going to do is just keep track of things. I like to hit tab, move it over so you can, so it doesn't like, get all messy right there. We're going to do the UL tag for unordered list. In that, you're going to hit return, and then return again. We're going to hit tab. Now we're going to do a bunch of LI tags. So, and then we're going to put a list inside of them, and we're going to make these into actual links because they're our nav. So I'm going to do href is equal to a dummy link since we don't have any real links to go to, backwards Pac-Man symbol. We're going to say, what is it called? Let's say tutorials. Let's say I'm making a tutorial website. Then we're going to end this tag. Now we can just copy this, paste it. Say we're going to have 5 links or something. Alright, 5 tutorials, Photoshop or something. Dreamweaver. Illustrator. I'm pretty sure I'm spelling that wrong, but doesn't matter. It's just a tutorial. And Facebook or something. Okay. So now you're gonna see these are links, but they're also ugly blue links that are also have these dots next to them. So we're gonna go ahead and fix these like so. So we're gonna create a ULLI tag. Rule. List style. Oops. List style equal to. Not equal. None. And let's see if that gets rid of our list. Okay, maybe I just have to put it on UL. Maybe. No. Okay. ULLI. Okay. Oh, name something wrong. Listy. Make sure you pay attention to what you're typing, because it will cause you a lot of headache trying to fix something that's already fixed. So let me make sure this isn't unnecessary. Okay, so I just need it on the UL tag, and then the next thing we're gonna do ULLIA, and then let's try float left on these to see if they will go next to each other like a list. And then we're gonna do text decoration none. Actually, let's try the float left on a ULLI float left. Gonna end that. Okay. We're gonna take it off for now, but we might have to put it back. So let's just see how things are looking right now. Alright, so they're floating next to each other. I'm gonna go ahead and add some padding to the left since they're all bunched together. Let's try 10 pixels. Okay. Alright. Spacing them out there. Another thing I forgot to do, for your header, if you wanted to change your actual font, so you want to type in font family, and then what I like to do is I like to use Helvetica, but the first thing you see is Arial, so I like to copy Helvetica, delete it, paste it in front of Helvetica. Now Helvetica is the first text that's gonna pop up. So we can do that same thing actually for our nav list. So we're gonna go ahead and put that right there. We're gonna change the color of our nav list to let's try white on these two, just for an effect. Okay. All right. Now we got that. Now, usually you would have done your nav first, your color and width and all that. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. We're gonna do a width of 100%. That way, it goes all the way across the page, just like our header. I'm gonna do a height of maybe 30 pixels. Okay. What is the problem? Oh, didn't end. Okay. Forgot to add a color. Background color. And we're gonna go for maybe dark gray on that. Okay. And then, okay. Now we're getting this huge space like we were before. with the header. So we're going to get rid of that. But first I want to make the height on this just a tad bigger. We're going to go 50 pixels. Okay, and then we're going to do margin top -5 pixels just to see if it moves it a little bit. Okay, I'm thinking it moved it, but it was so small. So let's see. Okay, it's moving it. I'm gonna try 15 then. All right, now let's add some padding to these 8 tags. Padding top actually. Let's try 10 pixels. See how that's looking. We're gonna try to get it to the middle, but it's not moving. Okay. Padding top. Let's try margin top. Margin top, 10 pixels. Oh, no. Okay, it is not moving for some strange reason. Let's try the padding on the actual list then, maybe. Okay, padding. No, margin. Margin top, 20 pixels, maybe. Let's see. Okay, we're gonna have to add the padding to the actual list since that's actually what's controlling all of these because they're all in one list. Well, let's try 15. That's a little too close to the bottom. Alright, so it's in the middle now. Now we're just going to move this over so it kind of matches up with this. Or you can put it in the middle, whatever you want to do. That's up to you. I'm actually going to space them out just a tad more though. And then gonna add some margin. No, wait, don't need the margin right there, I don't think. Yeah, margin left. Let's try 30 pixels. And then, okay, we're almost there, so let's try 35. Almost. 38. Let's just go to full 40. Maybe 42. Alright. Now as you see, we got all this space here. And that's looking kind of good. Now, next thing, we want a cool little hover effect on our nav. So we're gonna go ahead and do ULLIA hover, and then we're gonna do let's change the color to something like, what's the color we used from the red? Let's go back to Photoshop, copy that. Okay, paste that there, and let's see how that looks when we hover over our links. Alright, now that's pretty cool. Alright, see how long this tutorial is getting. Might have to break it into 2 parts, and I will have to break this into 2 parts, so thank you guys for watching. Next part coming right after this. Thank you.